Congratulatory message of the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Emirate on the arrival of the auspicious Eid-ul Fitr. To the faithful in Mujahid nation of Afghanistan and all the Muslims around the world, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations on the arrival of the auspicious Eid-ul Fitr. May Almighty Allah accept your fasting, worship, prayers, and sacrifices. Dear brothers, first of all, we should thank Almighty Allah for bestowing upon us the Islamic Sharia system, through which life is guided by righteousness and sacred principle. By the grace of Allah, the month of Ramadan passed in a peaceful atmosphere. We will perform the Eid al-Fitr prayer and we will spend these auspicious days with joy in a peaceful environment. For every blessing for which gratitude is expressed, Almighty Allah increase it. If someone is ungrateful for the blessing, then Almighty Allah warns of the possibility of punishment, as ingratitude holds dire consequences. Therefore, I urge my Muslim brothers that we should not overlook expressing gratitude to Almighty Allah, and let us all strive for the grateful servants of Allah. Almighty Allah has granted us the Islamic Sharia system, peace, brotherhood, and unity. All of these are blessings from which we were deprived of for decades. Now that Allah has reminded us this blessing, it is incumbent upon us to express gratitude, acknowledge, support, reform them accordingly, and to strive for goodness. Scholars bear a great responsibility to guide all people and officials of the Islamic Emirate to the worship of Allah. They must keep them reform, provide good counsel, offer advice, encourage goods, and continuously invite them to worship. It is the responsibility of mosque imams, scholars to constantly guide their followers, their children and community toward improving and nurturing of their beliefs, actions, and morals. They should remain vigilant every day, unceasingly work towards reform, especially amidst contemporary tribulations. Enforcement of Islamic Sharia. In Islam, the sacred pillar of jihad in the path of Allah is a crucial means to implement Islamic Sharia law. Additionally, safeguarding the sacrifices made by Mujahideen in ensuring the protection of the community are fundamental goals. Various strategies were employed to achieve these objectives, including ensuring justice, implementing Sharia-based legal boundaries, and punishments, in ensuring adherence to the principle of Sharia. Furthermore, it is imperative to resist oppression and defend the oppressed. In line with Sharia law, the Ministry of Vice and Virtue carries out its duty to enforce the promotion of good deeds, preventing of evil, and handling complaints against wrongdoing. The councils of scholars in the provinces are a means of implementing Sharia rules, providing good counsel, fostering unity among scholars, and strengthening trust between the Islamic Emirate and the Afghan nation. Furthermore, officials are also obliged to obey in the establishment of such council at the district and village level is underway. It is the responsibility of every Muslim to adhere to the court and be satisfied with their judgment, as well as to implement the directive and recommendations of the functionaries of the Ministry of Vice and Virtue, and extend necessary cooperation and carry out the duties properly. Education. For the religious and modern education of the new generation, the Ministry of Education has brought a structure in all provinces and districts, and it has operationalized hundreds of religious and scientific centers. In addition, orphanages are also established in various provinces, and a number of districts aim at providing daily care education and sponsorship for all orphans, which are being managed by an independent administration. It is the responsibility of every Muslim to provide good upbringing, education, and opportunities for the children so that they should attain religious knowledge. Security. Over the past decade, Afghanistan has faced numerous challenges in terms of insecurity, lawlessness, and adversity. After many struggles and sacrifices, Almighty Allah has given us a great reward to ensure security throughout the country, as well as in ensuring both visible security and internal peace. Visible security refers to the safety and protection of lives, property, and dignity of the people within a society. and internal peace means freedom is preserved, and it is indeed a great blessing of Almighty Allah. Now let us all strive and collaborate with security officials in every way possible. This is a responsibility upon all of us, mandated by Almighty Allah to cooperate with each other for the betterment of society and not to engage in any action that may cause harm to others. Let us combat the mischief maker as you bear responsibility for ensuring security. If someone is causing harm unlawfully, it is the responsibility of every Muslim to refrain from supporting them. If you do not cooperate with security officials, you might be complicit in their wrongdoing. Pay attention to security in your city, village, and home, and provide full cooperation wherever needed. Economy. In the Islamic system, it is Sharia responsibility to improve the economy of the people. The Islamic Emirate strives to meet the needs of its people within the limits of possibility, encouraging the establishment of business in public welfare activities in order to provide employment and economic opportunities. In addition, do not sit still. Try to provide opportunity for work individually and collectively. Establish new business, promote agribusiness, create opportunities for industrial work, collaborate with the government, and strengthen the economy of the country. The Islamic Emirate will also create a conducive environment enabling a fair ground for farmers, craftsmen, and factory owners to establish and grow their business, and as a result of joint efforts, our economy will grow. Have faith in Allah and pursue all lawful means to earn your sustenance. Avoid unlawful transactions, earn halal income, and do not be greedy for others. Deal within the framework of Sharia. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, in line with Islamic principles, seeks good relation with others based on mutual respect and understanding, and asks everyone not to entertain any doubts regarding the good intention and sincerity of the Islamic Emirate. Our commitment and dedication are firm, and we expect and demand respect for Afghanistan, sovereignty, integrity, and dignity, ensuring that any disagreements are addressed through dialogue and with mutual respect. In the realm of international relations among all countries, we aim to pursue a balanced and economically focused policy in the light of the holy religion of Islam. We seek diplomatic and economic relations with all nations, ensuring that Afghanistan's security, stability, and prosperity serve as a favorable opportunity for others. We urge international community to maintain good relations with the Islamic Emirate and adopt strategies in the spirit of mutual benefits. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Emirate is tasked to foster an atmosphere of confidence and peace among all, especially within the Islamic countries. The Islamic Emirate's foundation lies on the principle of Islam and the well-being of the Muslim community. We share common faith, beliefs, and convictions binding us together. In time of joy and sorrow, we stand united, supporting each other with equal participation and collaboration, leveraging our abilities to the best of our capabilities. Indeed, creating a common ground in resolving our shared challenge is essential. The Islamic Emirate aims to foster an environment conducive to achieving this goal. Palestine. The issue of Palestine is indeed a concern for the entire Islamic Ummah. We stand in solidarity with the people of Gaza against Israel's aggression and occupation. It is incumbent upon the Islamic Ummah to address the plight of the oppressed Palestinians and to collectively condemn any form of injustice or aggression perpetrated by Israeli invaders. We must mobilize our resources and support Palestine in every possible way to alleviate their suffering and work towards a just resolution of the conflict. It is regrettable that the international community often falls short in effectively addressing the injustice faced by the people of Palestine. Despite claims of upholding human rights, there is a lack of meaningful action to curb the ongoing oppression and to hold perpetrators of this injustice accountable. This is indeed a source of profound sorrow, and it is underscore the urgent need for all responsible parties to fulfill their obligation in addressing this grave situation. Prohibition of drug. The Islamic Emirate is committed to fulfilling its Islamic and Sharia obligation in the country by strictly enforcing the prohibition of narcotics and by taking effective measures to eradicate cultivation, production, and trafficking of illicit use of drugs. The Islamic Emirate is determined to carry out these important tasks with firm resolve and decisiveness, seeking support and cooperation from its own community, emphasizing the need for a drug-free Afghanistan. Furthermore, in Kabul, promises efforts are underway to rehabilitate drug addicts and ensure their safe return to the society. The Islamic Emirate takes this responsibility seriously and recognizes the pain and suffering caused by addiction to both individuals and families. The people of Afghanistan are obligated to cooperate with the Mujahideen in the implementation of the decree tackling these issues. To the Mujahideen and officials of the Islamic Emirate, I issue the following instruction and ask everyone to follow them. I also ask you to share them with your subordinates so that we can serve and treat our nation properly and give them their Sharia rights. All officials must ensure that their duties are carried out effectively to uphold the rights of the people of Afghanistan in every ministry, province, region, and department. If any official neglects their responsibilities, their negligence is not excused under Sharia law. Officials should live a brotherly life among themselves, avoid disagreement and selfishness. With this, the outcome of jihad, which is the strengthening of the Islamic system, will preserve. The jihad against Soviet invasion in communism in Afghanistan was not succeeded due to disagreement among officials. As a result, the Islamic system was not established and Afghanistan remained in turmoil with various problems. Security does not come from being though and killing more. Rather, security is aligned with Sharia. Injustice and being opposed to Sharia leads to insecurity. Therefore, self-correction is necessary as every officials and individuals wrongdoing adversely affect the entire system. If oppression is allowed to prevail, it will eventually corrupt the entire system. Therefore, when one person suffers from oppression, it affects the integrity of the entire system, as there is no veil between the oppressed and Allah. Our enemies hope that after the success of jihad against communism, the difference that they created among the Mujahideen will also arise among the officials of the Islamic Emirate. But we tell them that this wish will not come through and your evil goal will not be achieved, inshallah. The Afghan people are very resilient. They have endured a lot of injustice and suffered many sacrifices. This success has come at the cost of many sacrifices made by our people. Therefore, our people are highly valued and we should serve them and listen to their grievances. It is imperative that we remain faithful to our promises and not betray the trust of those who have sacrifices for the cause of jihad. No one should be unjustly harassed. If someone is detained, they should be asked appropriate questions to determine whether they have any complaints or if they are not being charged with a serious crime. Care should be taken to ensure that no one is unjustly harassed. There is no division or discrimination in the Islamic Emirate. Those from the south will serve in the north and those from the north will serve in the south, and they should provide their services accordingly. Rewards should be based on merit, eligibility, and trustworthiness. Ethnicity, language, position, and relationships should not influence the officials, and if there is any inclination toward this, it should be eliminated completely from the outset. It does not matter who is in need and who is providing assistance. What matters is that those in need receive help regardless of their status or identity. In this era, we must ensure that we pass on a positive legacy to future generations. With good history, sound laws, and strong principles, we should pay extra attention to the hereafter and seek the pleasure of Almighty Allah. The protector is indeed Almighty Allah. Allah alone determines your sustenance. No one increase it beyond nor increase it. Nor will your life be prolonged except by will of Allah. Therefore, have faith and seek the pleasure of Almighty Allah. Encourage and motivate people towards Islamic values and ethics, inspire them, and use gentle persuasion rather than force. Hatred is instilled through force, while encouragement fosters sincerity in dedication. Try not to forget the religious practice and good habits obtained during jihad. Stay connected with the Holy Quran, at least recite and contemplate upon it during a specific time of the day. Strive to excel in your duties and responsibilities, but do not become complacent or arrogant due to your position, and do not be upset while losing a position. Take lessons from the mistakes and misdeeds of others, especially from those who have a bad reputation. Let their actions serve as a reminder for you to adhere to good deeds and morals. Assist the needy. I urge the wealthy and influenced people of Afghanistan to remember the poor and needy Afghans during these auspicious days. Extend your cooperation and utilize all your resources to support and assist the least fortunate among our fellow citizens. At the end, I once again congratulate you for the arrival of Eid-ul Fitr. May Allah protect you from all kinds of harms and disaster, and may you be successful by the grace of Allah. Shaykh al-Quran wal Hadith Mawlavi Hibatullah Akhundzada, Supreme Leader of the Islamic Emirate.